Oh, great freeze frame. So in the UK, they've passed this new law, this measure, whatever, these hospitals, where it's a red card system to racism, where if you are racist or they perceive you being racist to any of the staff at one of the hospitals, well, guess what? They stop your treatment. Swear to God, this is a real thing. It's called a red card, right? So this is, yeah, see. So the way it works is at the hospital, let's see here. So it's Bristol Southmead Hospital. This is from the BBC. Racist patients could have treatment withdrawn. This is from November 4th. North Bristol Trust launched its Red Card to Racism campaign after staff reported an increase of abuse from patients and visitors at the city's Southmead Hospital. Remember, for absolutely no reason.
Isn't that against the Hippocratic Oath?
The abusive behavior covers racist or the abusive behavior, spelled with a U, covers racist, sexist language, gestures, or behavior. So they get to decide if you're racist.
Socialized healthcare, everybody. This is good.
What do you think?
This is good stuff.
Why don't we have this in America?
Yeah.
The abusive behavior, it says Trust Chief Andrea Young said they wanted to challenge and report it. Under the scheme, any patient abusing staff would be challenged and warned, leading to a sports-style disciplinary yellow card.
What?
Followed by a final red card in which treatment would be withdrawn as soon as possible.
That's against the Hippocratic Oath.
I believe the Hippocratic Oath is just American, and this is in the UK?
No,
I'm pretty sure.
The Hippocratic Oath is like, it's literally named after the guy who invented it.
I understand that, but I believe you're right, that is what it's named after, but I believe it is, I want to be sure now. Taken by physicians, I want to make sure. The earliest survivor, you're right, it's an old copy, but I don't think every country enforces it, right?
I mean, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, no, the Hippocratic, I get that they don't enforce, but the Hippocratic Oath is the basic thing for being a doctor. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, it only seems to have been enforced in the U.S. In the United States...
enforced, but it's not...
Yes.
That's not what I'm talking... I'm supposed to... I'm talking about the very basis for human beings to become a doctor. It's supposed to be a higher calling. It's supposed to be the thing that you do. Like, I'm here to help and fix anybody who's dying or hurting.
Right.
Oh my God.
So this is the video they made. That was the article. This video was made very recent. It was made to promote the Red Card to Racism. Something that I want to point out, look at the lanyard she's wearing. So you could already tell she's coming from an unbiased place. She's already coming from an unbiased place.
We've seen quite a rise in locally hate crime.
I was...
I'm sorry, I have to pause.
Mixing.
Huh?
Nice sound mixing.
I know, you could tell. But we've seen a rise in hate crime. What's changed? What's changed that you've seen a rise in that?
There's a lot of stuff to hate now.
What's changed? Why was there a rise? Did it just out of nowhere, right? The rise came out of nowhere. It just came out of nowhere.
No, it's more like there just seems to be a lot more stuff to hate nowadays.
We've seen quite a rise in locally hate crime.
I was unfortunate enough to be the victim of a racist incident not so long ago.
A racist incident. Okay, again.
What is a race? But that could be anything.
A
like, to me,
racist
if you're
incident.
a man and somebody calls you a street shitter, you're not traumatized. Get over it.
So if an old man with Alzheimer's starts calling a nurse the N-word, you're going to stop treating him?
Yeah.
His heart condition?
What about Mark Wahlberg? Wasn't he involved in a racist incident?
He was.
Where they blinded a guy and bashed his brains in?
That's correct.
Yeah, I doubt this. Whatever this guy went through, I doubt it was that intense.
Well, Mark Wahlberg was a double threat, though. He could act and sing.
Yeah, but like it's his problem because he was like being all Chinese and stuff.
That's a good Mark Wahlberg. That's a very good Mark Wahlberg.
What are you going to do? He was walking down the street being all Chinese. I had to bash his fucking brains in. You sure we don't like that stuff in Boston?
Remember, Mark Wahlberg said he would have stopped 9/11 single-handedly. That Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, United 93 would have been a totally different movie. If I was cast in it, I would have just stopped all the terrorists. No, Mark, that was a real thing that happened. People died. They should have cast me. I would have told the director, no, not in my script. I'm the hero. No, people died, Mark.
Take this seriously. Red card to racism.
Incident not so long ago.
In the emergency department, unfortunately, we do have lots of incidences where we have both physical and verbal aggression towards our staff.
We know it's an NHS, you have a very similar culture to police, where you don't report things and you think abuse, you think taking verbal abuse.
But it's like being a police officer nowadays is basically just going to gay pride parades and letting people come in your mouth, and also arresting 90-year-old women who say mean things on Twitter.
Yeah, you're really crushing it.
Where you don't report things and you think abuse, you think taking verbal abuse, physical abuse, being treated poorly is a normal occurrence, but it's not.
I'm working with colleagues of over 60 of us, and I've got to be able to ensure that they're safe.
Yeah, but being called a name, look, listen. I understand if you have a patient who's losing his mind and throwing his bedpan at you and trying to hurt you. Like, I get that. I get it. That you got to strap him down in some of those cases. But now you're just talking about words and gestures and being sexist.
Yes, Royce, because words hurt.
You're going to get a yellow card, and if you don't like it, we're not going to treat your pediatric cancer.
Sorry, I can't refer you to an oncologist because you said mean words to somebody on Twitter.
Come on.
You called somebody the N-word. I guess it's pancreatic cancer for you.
We just want to take the opportunity to relaunch our internal policy.
The policy at the moment is a 3-stage policy where you get a written warning, a acceptable behavioural contract, which can then lead to an expulsion order.
And you know why they could do that? You know why they're allowed to do that? Because the medicine is socialized. They're allowed to do that. They're allowed.
See, here you'd go, all right, well, I'm going to go to a hospital that doesn't have that policy.
No, go to Sinai. Yeah.
And you know what's funny here in America, at least for now, if you got enough money and you've been successful in life and you have the right insurance, you can be the biggest neo-Nazi in the world, and you can go to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center and have a team of the world's top-notch Jews work on you. And you know what? As long as the check clears, they'll go, keep this man alive.
That's why.
Get that cancer out of this racist man.
That's why whenever you hear them, like the Bernies or whatever, like, England has socialized healthcare and everything's amazing. You're not allowed to buy knives anymore. Kids under 18 can't even buy forks. The police don't have guns, and not only do they not have guns, they're not enforcing the massive amount of Muslim people that are just praying in the middle of the streets, blocking people's ways and fucking up their days. They're not enforcing that. How many thousands of people that sex trade, that fucking Islam sex trade that was going on in that entire town? They're not enforcing that. But if you make fun of somebody online, you see it all the time. They'll arrest you for a year. You'll get a year in jail if they think you're being racist or homophobic in that country.
Now you'll get a year in jail and also die of cancer in the jail because they won't treat you because you said bad words.
Sounds great. The Applebee's of Europe's doing good.
So what you're saying is, Doc, you're not going to treat me now? Just because of that one Chinaman?
The emergency department, or in some cases, from the entire hospital.
As soon as the incident had occurred, the ward staff, including the nurses and the nursing assistants, called upon our security colleagues, our police
colleagues. And we
colleagues.
threw this terminally ill person into the street where they died. So we're the heroes here, I think.
Apparently he was mad because a Muzzy injected him with AIDS blood, and that made him kind of racist.
I feel like if you're breaking the news to somebody that they have terminal cancer, they should be allowed to call you the N-word.
Yeah,
like,
let them get out of your system.
Yeah, let them work it out of their. I mean, they're the one dying. Pajit.
Colleagues who are now on site.
This policy is there to support you.
And what's that mustache you have for? Does that, I don't know, is that part of the policy?
That supports her lip.
Oh, I get it. Okay, cool.
And that you have got some practical tools and tips included in this policy that you can utilise with patients that are displaying evidence of violence and aggression.
Staff need to use that policy if they feel that a colleague or a visitor or a patient even is being excluded.
She looks like...
sorry, I've got a patient dying. Anyway, more about me. So these racists...
But he gave me the side eye.
It's like literally...
He said he didn't like the whiz, so I will not be helping him.
This bitch's pager is going off and she's ignoring it to finish the interview. God, that's socialized medicine. That's socialized medicine right there. Beep, 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 beep. So anyway, like I was saying, racism is repugnant.
For reasons that could be construed as racist, then you choose policy.
Wait. What did she say? What did she say? Because I paused it. Hold on.
Or a patient even is being excluded for reasons that could be construed as racist, then you choose policy.
That could be.
Could be. Interpreted a certain way. And we won't give you medical treatment. Life-saving medical treatment.
Oh, Peter Hawkins is a nurse, by the way. This gentleman here is a nurse. He's not a doctor.
Nurse.
The policy now is really easy to implement and can be implemented at any time, day or night.
Violence and aggression includes racism, sexism, all forms of discrimination.
The policy.
Who can I discriminate against if I'm withering away in a hospital bed? It's not like I'm...
Dude, fucking the UK's fallen. Like, it's done. It's over.
Now, what if somebody in the chat has a good question? What if a Muslim refuses to get a Jewish doctor?
That's a really good question. What do? Do they accommodate them? Because they don't want to be racist.
Yeah, they got to respect their religion, right?
Of course.
Their own unique culture.
Of course.
Policy is a valuable tool that can benefit everybody.
We can't do anything without you reporting things and let us know what's happening.
Let us know, be snitches. We want the entire country to be snitches. We want everybody to get in trouble here.
What happened to the sun never sets on the British Empire?
Said a long time ago, man.
Like, what happened to that? What happened? You guys literally ruled the fucking world. Was it losing America, the Revolutionary War? Is that what just fucking broke you as a society and you never recovered?
People are saying that, yeah, those trans programs that they have in schools, in the majority Muslim schools, in the UK, they took them out. They won't, because they won't accept it.
Of course.
And it's fine, because you got to be okay to them.
These times, unfortunately, with the heightened...
You motherfuckers used to own India. And now you're allowing them to deny you medical service because you were slightly racist.
Violence and aggression we are seeing in the department, we really do need to use it to safeguard our staff.
Don't be afraid to call it out if you do see it, because that's the most important thing.
No! The most important thing at a hospital is to receive treatment for your ailments. That's the most important thing. That's what a hospital's for. Mm-hmm. The most important thing of a hospital isn't to call out racism when you say it. It's to help people be cured of diseases.
This is insane.
We need you as our staff to feel confident in the fact that we are doing as much as we can as an organisation to support you. Thank you.
These people, it's always these mongoloid-looking people.
Mm-hmm.
It's always these mongoloid-looking people that are telling you how bad you